Hi everyone, my name is Mary Kate Goff, and the lesson that we're going to be doing today is a Halloween bin search. The concept or skill is one-to-one correspondence, and the age level for this is preschool, pre-K, and ages anywhere between 3 and 6. The objective that I chose is children will match, identify, and count the appropriate objects that correlate with the objects in the pictures in front of them. I chose 3 standards. Pre-K 5.4, identify the likeness and differences. Pre-K 5.5 can place objects in order according to the given criteria. So for today, the objects, they'll be able to sort with color and shape. And then Pre-K 5.7, which is begin to understand that simple, concrete, and representational graphs are a way of collecting, organizing, recording, and describing information. So again, with this instance, they're going to be able to classify the picture and the object together. The materials that we're using today, we have a bin. It doesn't have to be this type of size. It can be much bigger. It can be much smaller, depending on what your classroom is like and what type of group you're using. We have uncooked rice inside this bin. You can use uncooked noodles, whatever you prefer. For today, the objects that we're going to be using are all Halloween based. They don't have to be Halloween based. It can be Christmas. It can be based off of an Apple lesson, whatever you want. But we have like cat and pumpkin erasers. We have Halloween spider rings. We have Halloween bats. We have fake noses and ears, feet, stuff like that. We also have a Halloween bin worksheet. This I just created. It's something that you can create yourself. You can find it online, I'm sure. And it depends, again, what type of group you're using. You could just use the Halloween bin search worksheet. I also put an example on the whiteboard that if you were doing this with a larger group, you can put it on the board so then it's not as much paperwork. As well in the bins, we have like foldable and plastic cupcake containers and molds. We also have tweezers. We have these little old baby food bins, and this is for just them to move around the rice if they want to help sort it, whatever they prefer. And then today we're also going to be using, almost as our own tweezers, are these little witch fingers, which will begin when we start the lesson. Okay, come on class, I'll sit down and get around the bin. Today, we're going to play with Miss Katie's Halloween Bin Spooktacular, okay? So we have a lot of goodies inside here, okay? I want everyone to hold up their pointer finger. I want everyone to wiggle it for me. I'm going to give you one witch's finger, and you're going to put the witch's finger on your pointer finger, okay? Miss Katie will do it too. Okay, then I'm going to give you one more witch's finger, and I want everyone to hold up their thumb. Give me a thumbs up. Wiggle it so I know you got the right finger. Okay, you're going to put your witch's finger on your thumb now. Okay, so these are going to be our little tweezers today to pick up all the goodies that are inside the bin, okay? If it's too hard for you to use, that is okay. Miss Katie also has tweezers in here, or you can even take your fingers off and you can put your whole hand in the bin. It's whatever is easiest for you. Also, Miss Katie has a little Halloween worksheet of all the things that are going to be in the bin today. We're going to try to find a pumpkin, a cat. We're going to try to find a spider and a cockroach. Are these spider and cockroaches real? No, Miss Katie would not do that. We have a spooky ear, a stinky foot, a witch's nose, and a creepy hand. Those are not real either, but we're going to get to play with them today, okay?
Okay.
So first, I want us to try and find a pumpkin. Use your witch's fingers and try and look for a pumpkin inside the rice. Good job. Put that pumpkin right on top of the picture of the pumpkin. Awesome. Okay, now we get to go try to find the spider. Try to find the big black spider. Yeah. Ooh. Good job. Oh, he's still got some webs on him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, now let's try to find the cat. Can we try to find the cat? What is the noise that a cat makes?
Meow.
Meow. Yep, good job. Good job. Okay, Miss Katie's least favorite. We have to find a cockroach. Can you try to find a cockroach for us? Oh, not good. Super ucky. Good job. Okay, now let's try to find the spooky ear. Now you can put your whole hand in if you want. You can use some of these bins that Miss Katie put in the thing for you. It's really hard to find, so try to find the spooky ear.
Ooh.
Keep going. I think Miss Katie sees something.
Ooh.
Maybe try to put your hand in there. Try to move around. Miss Katie will do it with you and try to help you find it. Oh, what's that? Pick it up.
A hand.
Oh, a hand, and that is on our list. It's a creepy hand, so try to find the picture that it goes with. Good job. Okay, keep looking. We still have a witch's nose we need to find. And you just found it. Ooh, that's a creepy witch's nose.
Ooh.
Okay, now we still need a stinky foot and a spooky ear and a bat. Oh, you got the bat. That looks like it's a glow-in-the-dark bat. That's a cool bat, huh?
Cool. Can we turn the lights out?
Keep looking for that stinky foot. Try to put your hand in there. Feel around in that rice. See what you can find. It's hard to find, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, can we find it?
No.
What was that? Which one's that?
Foot.
That's the stinky foot. Put the stinky foot on the right picture. Good job. Okay, last but not least, it's the spooky ear. Spooky ear's giving us a hard time, huh?
Yes.
His ear's really hard to find. Miss Katie hit it super well, huh?
Yes.
Oh, we found the spooky ear. Good job. Oh, good job, class. Okay, make sure that you take your witch's fingers off when you're all done finding your objects. Put them back in the bin and you can go ahead to the carpet for free choice time. Thank you, you guys. Okay. So as you can see, it's a pretty fun activity. It is a little messy even with just the one person here. It can get a little messy. For the reflection and the question of were the objectives met, I think they were yes. I think obviously they need to be tweaked with whatever classroom you put this in. If you put it in a larger group or a smaller group, or if you have children with disabilities, you know, things will have to be accommodated. The strengths, I love that it's hands-on. I think the kids really love not only like the sensory bin, the fact that they get to put their hands in there, but just that they get to pick out what they want on their own. It keeps their attention a little bit longer in my personal preference. It's easily adjustable, or you can make it your own. That's what I kind of really love about it. Obviously, like today we did Halloween. It doesn't have to be Halloween. It can be Christmas related, anything how I spoke earlier in the video. Some of the weaknesses, it can be really messy, how I said. It's the rice goes everywhere, especially when if you have 22 little ones around it, or even more than that, it can get a little difficult with the large groups because you're going to want so many hands in there at once. The physical disabilities of children, I kind of mentioned that, will have to be accommodated. If you put this on a table or if you put it on the ground, if they're wheelchair bound and they have to reach their hands in, that's a little bit difficult. We'll have to play with that, and you'll have to give more assistance with that. A follow-up activity, or what I would change, I would for sure want to do a one-to-one correspondence book before or after, just to kind of help reinforce the idea of matching and picking up one object and putting it to the picture of the object. I would also like to ask questions through the activity of how many different objects did you find? So there were only one foot, but was there also an ear? How did you match the objects? Was the pumpkin on your worksheet or the pumpkin on the board, was it blue? And the pumpkin in the rice bin purple, or were they both orange? Is that how you figured it out? And then I think I would like to try myself just to have a smaller or more refined group with this activity. And with that, I think you can have less guidance. So you wouldn't be having to maybe sit there with them, or you wouldn't having to talk through it with them. They'll be able to kind of figure it out on their own and play with it on their own. I hope you guys really enjoyed this activity, and I look forward to your comments. Thank you.